Okay, so I have just kind of a 30,000 foot view that I'll start with that I think will help you. And then we'll just dive in. We'll take a look. We'll actually create one together and I'll show you a couple little ins and outs, like how you can save it, how you can download it, like doing some of those basic things, because I think that'll be helpful. Okay, first and
Great.
foremost, reels are the number one medium, I guess is the best way, on any platform. Obviously, TikTok, that's the only thing you can really post. But on Instagram, that's going to perform higher than anything else. Just so you know, too, a little FYI, Instagram last week, I think it was Tuesday, not this week, but a week ago, there was a huge shutdown, and Turkey would not allow anyone to access Instagram. And so I say that because they're the top 5 country, the 5th country who uses Instagram. So just being careful that we want to make sure that we're not just exclusively using just Instagram, right? So whether it be Facebook, whether it be ads, whether it be another way to kind of create and cultivate, ultimately, email is key. Donald Miller says, who's a story brand guy, he says that one email is equivalent to $25. So ultimately, if the internet shuts down, no matter where you are politically, we all know it's an election year, and we all know that they've had a little few things happening. So still trying to capture the emails is the number one thing. Okay, so just putting that out there. So always give a call to action for that. Specifically related to Instagram, they say to 4 to 6 seconds. This is currently, now this can change. It used to be 15 seconds. They increased it to 90 seconds and all the things. But unless it's really, really good content, 4 to 6 seconds is about the time, like about the attention span someone will give to it. So be thinking of that, like if you can chop up a couple of different clips and make it into a couple of different videos or whatever. So, and I'm going to show you a few examples of some people who do things where it plays on a loop, where you're going to be getting constant replays, right? So that's just kind of something that's overall. I'm going to show you today how to find trending sounds. I'm going to pretend that you don't know because there's 2 ways to find them. So I'll show you that.
Well, you don't have to pretend. I don't know,
Okay.
so that's
Okay.
great.
Perfect. Perfect. I just wasn't sure if whomever watches this, in case you don't know, there's another way of doing that. And then also, I would encourage you guys to find like your brand fonts and colors. So if you think it doesn't have to be like across all platforms, but you want to get it to the point where someone, like when they're scrolling through, they're like, oh, they recognize like, oh, that's Jess. I mean, of course they can look and see it, but they're going to recognize, you're not going to be all over the board. Like people know I post about my dog, I post about exercise, I post about this, now there's a lot of really great things with B-roll. You can do a lot of things with oceans and things like that, but you want like at least the words and the copy to be somewhat consistent. So there's that. All right. So I'm going to just start sharing my screen here. So give me a second, and then I will, from there, I'm going to have you open up and you'll do yours on your phone as well. So give me 1 second. Okay. Sometimes it just takes a second to get the, okay, there we go. So what's interesting in this, I want you to be thinking about as well, is that I always tell people, can you see my screen okay, Jess? Okay. I always tell people, and I'm actually going to write an email about this, like share your shine, not to be, kitschy with the shine with Franny, but share what works for you. And share things that are important to you, and so that will, once you leverage it, it's going to make that much more sense. Okay. So we have to, oh, look at that, how terrible that is. Sorry. Okay. So there's a couple different ways you can start to make a reel. The first one is a little bit hard because sometimes I forget to go to my little mouse pad over here. First one is, of course, when you click on that little, your profile there in the bottom right. And then you go up here to the top and you see a plus sign. Do you see that? Okay. So I want you to click on that because that's where I'm going to have you start.
Okay.
And then you're going to get a little drop down or a pop-up menu that looks like this. Okay. And then you're going to click where it says reel. Did you see that first one? Oh, sorry. Okay. Are you sure?
Yep.
Now you click on this little thing right here where it says recents. Okay. And when you click on that, it's going to give you that little menu that drops down to say videos. So that's just going to access all your videos. Now you can make a reel with a still picture, but it's best if you do it with just a video because people want to see motion and movement, right? So let's look at yours downloaded to mine accidentally yesterday here. Okay. So just go through and find a picture, find a little video or something. So I'm just going to choose this one. This one actually might already be done. So I don't want to do that one. Let me just find one here really quickly. I'll use this one because it looks like good adventure. So now if you look here, I'm going to show you a couple things. You notice that it tells you the time. So even if let me take a longer one. Sorry. Oh, okay. Let me get Barbara just came into the group. I want to take one that's a little bit longer because I want to show you how to clip it. Okay. So even if you have something that's beyond 4 or 6 seconds. Hi, Miss Barb.
I'm on my phone. I can't see.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Well, hopefully, oh, you can't see because I'm doing a demonstration here.
I'm trying to. I'll get on my laptop because I
Okay.
have electricians here at the moment. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. So you're just gonna click on that and then you click down on the bottom right, Jess, where it says next.
Yep.
So we're just jumping into make it feel, which I don't even know how to do it. Okay. Now notice here it says audio. Over on,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Right. Then here, this is where you can find a song. And so, sorry. Can you hear that? Can you hear the sound on my, can you hear the
Yeah,
sound on
kind
my
of. It's kind of fighting between you and your phone.
Okay, that's, I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, turn that off. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, better. Okay. So if you click on this, and this is just if we're making it just completely organic, and I'll show you how to find a song in a minute, but I just want to
Yep.
just show you just a basic reel. So this is where you click on that little music note, and then you would find a song. Now, let me show you. If you see here, it shows you how many reels are used. Okay.
Mhm.
So you want to aim for something that has less than, they say really no more than 3 or 4,000 uses. Okay. So if you have something that has 9 million views, it's going to get lost. Like no, or 9 million reels, it's going to get lost. Like no one's going to find your stuff. So if you find something, let me just scroll here. You can see most of these, like this one's 53,000. It's going to be too high. Right. So I'm just going to just use this one here because it says, where is it? 793. Okay. I don't know what it sounds like. Now, this is the other thing I always tell people too. You would not want, sorry, Barb's coming back in. You would not want to use music. So for example, my people are not Swifties. Okay. For whatever reason, whatever. My people are not going to be a people who are going to listen to Eminem. You want to find something that
Right.
even if it's a really popular song or audio, you want to find something that's also commensurate with you and your brand. Okay. So you just want to be thinking
All
about
right.
that.
Just a FYI, Childish Gambino, the one that you're going to use, is not for your people.
Okay.
I
There
won't
you
use
go.
that. Don't
Thank
use
you.
that one.
See,
Uh-huh.
thank you for knowing that. So Barb,
Mhm.
I'm just showing her here how when we go to find a sound, you can see how many uses it has, and you definitely
Yeah.
look for something that does not have many uses. So for example,
Yeah. I've learned that.
okay, perfect.
Thanks. Yeah.
So let me just do this, check this out where it is up here. Just check this out. Let's see. I can listen to it. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can hear that on your end.
No, it's kind of
Okay.
muffled.
That's okay. So it's going through my phone. So if you just click this little play button on the far right, it's going to show you how to.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm going to just use that because it has about 3,000, not too many, but I could use something that has far less, but we're just going to go with, let me see. I'll see that other one. Now, if you notice here along the bottom, so Jess, are you there with me? Did you find a song? It just can be for
Yeah.
play for right now. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So when you scroll here, you can find along the bottom, you're going to find this segment of the song. So this is really good. Like I love Fleetwood Mac. So I use Fleetwood Mac a lot. I
Same.
love
Yeah, too.
Whitney
I mean, I
Houston.
don't use them, but I love them. Yeah.
Yes. Like I love Whitney Houston. I love Steve Winwood, Higher Love. Like, so there's a lot of songs. I'll just use the same song. And
Yeah.
you can just find the little part, the lyric, the bridge, whatever you want to use, the chorus, pardon me, that you want to use. So you would just simply scroll your finger along. Now notice this song is only 1 minute and 38 seconds, or at least they've only given me 1 minute and 38 seconds from the segment. So you
Yeah.
would simply go ahead and take that part. Okay. So I'm just for kicks and giggles right now, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Okay. So
Yeah.
I don't want to go too fast. Are we tracking so far?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So then you're going to get to a screen that looks like this, where your video is and the music's going to be playing in the background. Okay. So I'm going to, at the bottom here, I have this little timer. And I told you earlier that we only want to aim for 4 to 6 seconds for a video. Okay. On Instagram. So what I do is I actually take in this is a 12-second video. So over here, I'm going to, can you see where I'm pointing? Sorry.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. If I take my hand and my little finger and I just slide it, you can see that I can shorten the video. So it's going down to 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Okay. So I'm going to stop.
Yep.
Because what I'm going to also do, it's still a little over 6 seconds. I'm going to kind of cut out a little bit of the beginning because it was a little bit of just of blank footage. So I can take it from the end then as well, and I can shorten it up.
Cute.
Okay. And then I click
That's
next.
great. Yep.
So are you all good so far? Okay. So then when
Yep.
you click next, you're going to get up here on the top, you're going to get a little menu. Okay. So now I was saying before you popped on, Barb, you want to try to be consistent with your own brand. It doesn't have to be, you're downloading fonts. There are font apps you can download and you can use. I'm sure you guys have seen people use really cool things. I just personally use the one that's here. So you can simply go here at the top. So everybody, sorry, I'm not showing you on the screen. So you just click there and you would just go ahead. Now, you'll see along the bottom, I have all of these little fonts that pop up. Okay. So I'm just going to type in, join me for adventure, just for sake of time. Okay. So once I click that, I go up here to this little wheel, this little circle wheel, and let me show you. This is important to know because I don't know if you, Barb, I know you're pretty sophisticated with this too, but just as a newbie. So when I click on this, I'm going to get these already font default color, these color defaults. Okay. This one I love because it's so bright pink, but I typically use navy, just an FYI. Navy background or blue background with white writing is the #1 visually aesthetic appeal. So if you're doing a PowerPoint and you're always like, what should I, because it's not too harsh like a black and it gives enough contrast that the way that your eyes see it is different. But it also works out that my brand color is navy and pink, right? So if you click on, like, I'm going to just click on this little one and you're going to see a little wheel pop up or a little paint mark. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, when I hold that down, I can move it around. I'm just simply moving my finger and I'm going to find out mine's not always the exact right color. Now, I found a navy, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scroll through. I'm going to find a navy that I like and I'm just going to pick it. Did you see how to do that? Barb, did you know how to do that?
Yep.
I've never tried sliding it before, but I thought you said navy with like white. Does it do like a white outline around
Yep.
the letters?
Yep. So as soon as I clicked on that, and then
Yeah,
I
I
go
don't see
here.
the white outline from what I'm looking at here.
Right. I'm
Oh,
going
there.
to show you in a
Okay.
second. Yep. You're jumping ahead of me. So you're
I play with that, and I usually figure it out. I just don't know what I'm doing.
That's okay. So I'm just going to kind of, so we can scroll through so you can see how hard it is to see some of these. I'm going to use this one just for, that's not really my brand, but I just want to show you different options. So, and you can look, so at the top up here, then you can look and see that becomes a navy
Yeah,
white. Okay. So you
that's
click
where
on that little A
yeah,
and it changes it. Okay. So
right.
there's
Yep.
my navy with my white. And then if I click on this is going to be written, it's going to movement text. So it's going to actually, just like a typewriter would. Okay. So those
Oh,
are
cute.
at the top. Now, let me show you. It's different for a couple of the different fonts are different. This one goes up and down. I can change it to that. If I go to this one, it kind of moves side to side. Again, I'm just showing you kicks and giggles here. You guys get
I
to,
like it.
yep.
Yeah, those are fun. I like playing with those.
Yep. So this one types it out as well. Okay. So now if you want, this is a really popular one too, where, oh, sorry, this one, where people just do this, where you can see the black or the background is darker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now over here on the far left-hand corner or far left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see a little slider, which is going to allow it to make larger or smaller. Okay. So you can kind of see that there. Now,
Do you know what I do, Franny, and it works for me sometimes?
with that,
Sometimes I just go in and change the size with my fingers.
you can. And so I want to show you that too. So, okay, so you can do this here. So this kind of moves it around. So then when I click on this at the top, I'm going to click done. Okay. Now, if I move this, like Barb was saying, moving it with her fingers, as soon as you see, do you guys see that blue line in the middle there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That shows me where my center is, of course. And there's my center going across the horizontal axis. Now,
I've never seen that. How'd you get that line to come up?
just when you're moving your finger, if you move it up
Oh,
and down,
I've never noticed it. Okay.
okay. Now watch what happens. I'm going to expand it. This is where I take my two fingers and I expand it. It's obviously too big. So what I want to show you though, this, I don't have enough copy on mine. It will show you, let me just type in a couple other things. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Now the reason why is because, okay, see how, did you guys see how that white now popped up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you see how the yellow on the sides popped up?
Yeah.
People can't see beyond that bleed line. So if
Oh,
you have font that is up here, people can't see it. People, not font part. Yeah. If you put your copy up there, people can't see it. You need to stay within that bleed line. Does that make sense?
got it. Yeah.
Okay. So you, and the same thing down here. Look, if I go to my bleed line here, the yellow, and then I go down,
Yep.
it's too far. You're going to get all of a sudden, see where my name Shine with Franny shows up? People
Yep.
are going to
Yeah.
get, putting something really important there. They're not going to see it. Okay.
See, I didn't think so either. I wasn't sure, but I've never seen those lines on the outside.
I am so glad you learned something new today.
Well, yeah, but okay, so I understand moving it up and down to get the middle line and the cross line. How did you get the one at the top and the one at the bottom?
Just as you're moving your fingers up there, you'll just kind of see it. It will just appear.
Oh, it will come up?
Yep.
Okay,
It'll come up.
okay,
Yep.
okay. All right,
So
I need to just pay attention to that. I've never seen it.
it's, as soon as you see it, then you can't unsee it. You'll be like, oh, there it is, my whole life, so it's good. So then you have that there, okay? Now, Jess, if you're wanting to get a little bit fun and play with a little few things, you can add here this little sticker face.
Mhm.
So you can show, so this is where I think Barb had mentioned, if you're talking in it, you really want to make sure that you have captions, because not everyone, I'm sure you can get this, you're a mama, I'm sure you listen to a lot of things or watch a lot of things when your boys are trying to go to bed and you don't want to listen. So you might want
Oh,
to
yeah,
read
we
them.
have them.
Right. So this is where you would put in over here. Oh, sorry. You would click on where it says captions. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. Captions here. Now I don't have any captions. I wasn't speaking in it, but you would click on that and you could move those around as well. Okay. So
Okay.
I can also go if I want to add, but these are more for like stories that you would do these with, if you wanted to put in a quiz or like, hey, are you having fun learning? Are you learning? And then I could put in if
Okay.
along the bottom. I'm sure you've seen people do this before,
Yeah.
where
I never knew how they did it.
yep. So then they're going to go ahead and click, and then, that's where and then you can move that. So you can move it,
Okay.
and then, here, this little one up here at the top, this is if you wanted to change the filter on it. So you can then change, I usually do that in the beginning when I'm creating the video. Okay. So I don't really do that one. And then this here little down arrow, that's where you download it. So I always download my videos as soon as I've created them. One, because Instagram is famous for changing up your entire video. Like if you save it in your drafts, and I'm showing you how to do that in a second. If you save it in your drafts, sometimes Instagram will it will take the words out of it. It will keep the video there. It's really bizarre. So
I've
sometimes
had that happen. Yeah,
it's
it
a
is
glitch
so
in their system. And it's annoying. It's
Oh,
annoying. So I always download the video as soon as I'm like ready, like if it's like ready to go, I'm like, I'm going to download it. So I'll show you here because it's not going to save the audio. So you just go ahead to save the audio. Now also recognize there's like the conversion pixels on the back side of this, like there's like the coding. If you were to save this and then repurpose this for TikTok, TikTok knows, even though there's no Instagram watermark on it at this stage, TikTok knows that it was created elsewhere. FYI. So it's not going to serve it to as many people. I don't really care. I still do it. I'm like, that's just, it saves me time. It's also consistent for the brand. So that's it. So if you want to at any point make any changes, you come down here to where it says edit video on the far left. And then if you notice here, my audio is here. It shows you the song. There's a little title there. It shows you that little slider that I put in there. So everything is there. So I can click on that. Let's say I want to change where that is. I click on it and it becomes yellow, which means it's live. And then I can simply change the, song if I didn't want the whole song. So the same thing we did earlier with our finger, you know, with
Mhm.
changing the actual video, you do the same thing. You just take your finger and slide it to which part of the song you want. Or you can click on
Okay.
it and move it, sorry. You go to adjust section and you find the song part that you want. So, and then you click done. And then if you want to replace the music again, you're right down here. Okay. Now, this volume on the far left, this is if you're speaking and then you also want to have a music in the background. I do this a lot. And so if you click here where it says volume, oh, it's not letting me do it because I don't have any audio on it. There's no like audio on the background of it. So I had already moved the audio down. So that's pretty much it. That's if I wanted to add a camera to it, a camera picture. I don't want to add that in. So, and then you would click on next. And then if you want down here on the bottom left, it says save drafts. Okay. And then this is where you can save them. So, and I'll show you how to find it in a second. Now, one of the other cool things, you may have seen people doing this, and I'll show you in a second. You may have seen people who add a cover to theirs.
Yes.
Looks like a very polished. You can create those in Canva. And I'll also show you if you want, I can show you how to create it here, but you can go here to edit cover. And then you can either find the part where you want it in the actual, you know, you can go slide it along here, you know, especially if you have your words being typed out or something, you might just want to put the hook there. You don't want to give the whole good away, right? So you might just want to find that hook. Or you can actually go here to where it says add to camera roll. So let's just say I was going to add, you know, this. I just pick a camera, image from my camera, and I click done, and then I put my caption in. So that's how super simple it is. And they did add a new feature a couple months ago where you can actually put a poll in there like, do you enjoy adventures or have you ever been ziplining or whatever? You can actually put that in there just for another feature, but just an FYI. And then the prompt is an AI prompt where it will give you a prompt as to what to write. Pretty crazy.
Oh man, that's helpful.
Yeah. So then as you look down here, so you can see if you wanted to tag people, this is if you have 2 different accounts and you want to tag your accounts, that's one thing you can do there. I'll just kind of scroll down very quickly through because if you look here, I have mine synced to my Facebook page. Not all audio is able to share, cross-pollinate, like to cross-share. So this one is not available, but most of them are. Like most of the ones I post, it goes over to Facebook. So, okay. I want to make sure you have an understanding before I can keep going. So how are we doing? Give me
Great.
How about you? We're
Yeah,
good?
the only thing I wasn't sure of is when you share it from Instagram to Facebook, is that okay? I know it's the same owner, you know, but I've been like redoing my reels because what, you know, because but I haven't been downloading them, so that's a better suggestion because you know you still get the Instagram logo on it, you know, when it saves to your phone.
You won't
So
get
I
it if
go
you
in
save
and
it
go into
before.
Snap in.
If you save it
Yeah,
before.
I know. That's what I've been doing wrong.
Okay.
So I've been taking the logo, the watermark off
Okay.
and then posting it on Facebook, but that's a lot of extra work.
It is. So I just
Okay.
save it ahead of time. Like I showed you today, I just save it in advance and then I just go ahead and I just repost it. I find the music there and I just repost it. Now,
Okay.
again, same thing. Facebook knows that it's not made in their actual platform.
Yeah, right.
And so it's not going to serve it to as many people, but at least it
Yeah.
recognizes that it's the same, it's meta, you know? So
Yeah, but I still like to get as many views as I can. So that's why I do what I do. But I think
yeah,
in the future I'll download it and then just because that's kind of a pain having to go into Snap Insta to
right.
remove the
And do
watermark.
another layer. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's good. Thanks.
And then if you guys want to look and see like over here, so these little, this is your grid, this is your profile grid. This is that right here, right? You want like your first 9 images, you know, obviously to try to show as much of you and your personality. Now you can see, these were some of my earlier, this one has 4 million views, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So it's like, but it's so funny, like they're all my humor posts. And that's the number one thing that performs well for me. So like I try to find something that's funny and then I make it so it's relative. So it says, I'm going to get gas in the morning is one of the worst decisions an adult can make. And then I went on to say, another really bad decision is not investing in digital marketing, like getting on and riding this wave. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
one here that has the 4 million views, you can see how many views I have on these. I mean, it's going to scroll down, but oh yeah, 178, 102, 4 million. So this one here, it says Uber driver. Do you, what does it says? Uber driver, do you have a man? Right? And then it says me, I am a man. And then I went on to say, and I said some pretty crazy things in my life, you know? And then another crazy thing I've told people is that, okay. And then another crazy thing I've told people is that I have an opportunity to earn $900 a day following a simple blueprint. So I find something funny that I can relate to. So for you, Jess, like you might be like boy mom life, you know what I mean? And be like, does anyone have time to go to the bathroom? Like without, you know, somebody, a dog or a child, you know, up in your business. And then you might say, well, thank goodness I found a business model that gives me time freedom, like in your caption. You know what I mean? So like you want to have that relatability. So my posts don't per se say, hey, digital marketing in the actual copy here. So I don't know if that helps you or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then like, you know, even this one was a funny one here, this one, you know, why do you want this job? And I said, I don't. And I said, but I want to be able to, you know, not be stressing about bills and I want to travel. So there you go, you know? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So, and then you can take a look though
Good.
here and see which, like this one has 48,000 views, like stupid. And that was the one I said, I saved $273 today by not going to Target. Like that one, use that one, Jess. And then what I
Yeah.
did was like,
100%.
yeah. And then what I did was I talked about, but guess what? Not only did I save money, but I actually made money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I try to find something that's funny because my people are like, so that's why even in my bio, I have up here, like, you know, mixing biz and Bible and belly laughs. Like I try to
Yep.
make
Yep.
it relative.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let me show you one other thing and then I'll open the floor for you to answer questions or ask questions. Okay. So if you scroll, can you see how I'm at the bottom here of my profile page? Okay. This little magnifying glass. So if I click there, it's going to give me like things. Now it already knows enough. Like it's kind of primed for me. Like it knows I talk about like Marge Simpson, like joking. It knows I talk about dating, beach life. So a lot of things are obviously relative, you know, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here. Let me turn my phone down. If you click here, okay, you can click down here on this little, seeing this little arrow. This shows you that this is a trending sound. That arrow means that. Okay.
Okay.
So if I click on this right here where it says backbone, it will show me how many songs are being used. So 7,889. Okay.
But
so
you don't want that.
You don't want it more than like 3,000 or 4,000.
Got it.
You really don't. So if you just click back over here, then you can, you know, scroll through. That's a sponsored ad. You know, so this one is, you can see there's no arrow here. So I'm just going to scroll right past that. Okay. So this one shows me arrow. 17,000, probably too many. Sponsored. I get lots of sponsored ads. Not there. Sponsored. This one is a good one. So let me click on this. So 163,000. Nope.
Wow.
Nope. That one was one.
And why don't you want that? If it's trending, why don't you want something that's super trending?
Because yours is just going to get lost in the shuffle. Like if there's 300,000 other people using it, yours is not going to get served because they're finding that audio. So they want stuff that's original, like just kind of like fresh, if you will. So this one's a good one, right? So if you look and see, like, this is it. Oh gosh, this is a decent one. It has 3,700. So I would click on it. I can click play right here. See if I like it, you know, and then if I want to use it, I click on use. And then it takes me right to the screen. There I am, right to the screen. And then from here, I go down here. That's the worst view, girls. I go down here. I click on that video where it says recents. I'm only going to be taken to my videos. I'll put a picture of my dog right there. Okay. Yep. And then I find it. And again, now if I want to slow this down, you can do it there. Where else you can do that though. Right. Sorry. Edit video at the bottom. I don't want to go too fast. Sorry. On the bottom left, it says edit video. Yeah. I can go here along the bottom, all of these little toolbars, and I can click where it says edit speed. So I can slow it down right here by moving my finger if I want to slow it down.
Okay.
So sometimes if it's too fast or if it's too slow, or if like I'm like doing like a plank workout and I want to show people really quickly, I can speed it up. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
just kind of take your finger along there and then you just go ahead and get ready. You click on that. Now, if I want to add, additional, let me see. If I want to add additional clips to that, I can do that from here. If I want to
So
change.
is that how it is when people are adding multiple videos and it's in one reel?
Yep. Now let
Okay.
me show you something really quickly. We're going to delete from this. Barb, is this okay? I think you pretty much know this stuff.
I've not actually done that, but that's okay. Sorry, the electricians needed me.
Okay.
I didn't know you could adjust the speed from that. So
Yeah.
like what I did one time when I did that, I was trying to do some exercises out on the patio and the dogs came and interrupt me, but I had done it, I recorded it on my phone and I speeded it up on my phone, but I didn't know you could do it right here. So
Yep.
that's pretty,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So I'm going to show you really quickly how awesome this one is. Okay. So let's say that I want to go to, oops, sorry, here. So I'm going to go here because this can be really helpful, especially Jess, if you're like taking like little beach pictures. So funny thing,
Yeah.
Jess and Barb, both of you guys are Melbourne.
Ah,
Oh, really?
that's
Okay.
awesome.
Well, I'm in Melbourne Beach, but that's okay. It's close
Okay,
enough.
I'm in Vieira. That's great.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. I was just up there. I go up that way to Costco.
Yeah, yeah.
Jess and I did a Bible study with our church when I lived down there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. So you would go here. So let me show you this one because this one I love. I very seldom use it though anymore, but I should. So when I get back to that screen, okay. So again, I'm just going to go here, like I'm going to create a reel. And then at the top, you see all of these little icons here. Okay.
Yep.
This one that says templates is already done for you. Now, these are already recommended for me. So let me just show you really quickly. It gives you music and everything. Everything.
Oh,
So look along the bottom. It gives you all of the timestamps. You just literally take and you add your videos in. So I'm just going to click like just random ones right now, just to show you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I reached my clip limit and we're going to watch it through.
oh yeah.
And it puts it all together.
Oh my God. So I'm gonna use that literally all the time.
And that's all you have to do is
So
then.
you just added your pictures to the
Yep.
template?
Yep. That's it. That's it.
Awesome.
And the
That's
music's
See,
there.
I didn't know
Everything's done.
that either. I've never used that.
Well, you learned 3 new
Oh.
things today then. My job is done.
Perfect. That's great.
And then you just click on where it says next.
Yep.
And then you just do all the same editing, everything from there. You can go here to edit if you want to change the speed of them. You can do all of that here. The fact is that it's a template. It's kind of done for you already. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but you can go ahead. I mean, you can add in copy or whatever. Obviously that, it's not going to have exactly what you want. And then you do the exact same thing. You
This,
can go here and download that. You can do all
Yep.
the things you need to here. It's the exact same, but you just simply drag and drop those videos in.
Yep. That's great.
Okay.
So so you're still in Reels, okay.
Yep. All this, I do all of my creation in Reels. Like my nephew uses CapCut. I don't use CapCut, but you guys like look at there's so many cool templates in here. Like, and they're just like
So
this one's look at all of these different.
wow.
Here's the thing, you
Yep.
can use this. So Jess, like I know you're wanting to do faceless. You can go in here and say, my husband and I are building our dream empire of, creating, doing real estate, blah, blah, blah. You can already use this.
That's great. So I could use those pictures.
Absolutely. You
Oh
just
my
can do it
gosh.
like
Oh,
this.
okay. Yeah, I
So when
didn't
it
know about.
says, so how, if you click on that one again, it doesn't give you the next. It
Oh,
says
wait,
add
maybe it
clips of
didn't.
your own.
Now I just noticed that. I'm like, oh, let me see here. So maybe you can't then. Sorry, I thought
Okay.
that you
But
could. They used to have it, I think.
either
where
way, I could find stuff on Canva.
100%, but like,
Yeah.
this is just,
Yep.
it makes your life so much easier.
Yeah. Oh my God, I
Like,
love
look
it.
at this one is
It's
like
great.
4 seconds, 5 seconds, like that's real quick, like short little. So,
Yep.
Great.
Great.
Let me show you guys really a couple things I just want to show you. So this is, I don't know if you guys know Coach Fryer. He is, he's a Reels, like an Instagram, Christine, let me see where it is.
No.
Christine Marie. So he's really, really well known. Okay, here she is. This is a really dear friend of mine, Christine, and she's crushing it. So she started this account, you guys. I don't know if you can see. She started in January and she's grown almost 300,000 followers.
Oh my
She
God,
did-
what? How?
She swears by the Lord and she swears by Coach Fryer. So now if you look, all of her reels are pretty much the same. She uses the content, like if you look at every single thing here, pardon me, I'm going with my touchpad. She pretty much uses the exact same image, right? Or not image, pardon me, but fonts and colors, brands, everything. And so she uses the same music over and over and over again. She uses
That's
the
great.
same videos over and over and over again. So they literally, like, I mean, there's a few pictures of her where she's talking about new things, but for the most part, look at this is her faceless. Like, that's it. Mostly walking. It's not even her. So Jess, like, you can totally do this.
So good.
So it just shows you, I mean, so she's very much focused on cortisol, but you very seldom see her face.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to show you hers
Yeah.
because also if you look, this is very popular. It's a 4-second clip, but the reason why, I'm going to show you that for a second. The reason why there's so much copy, people have to go back and listen to it, watch it 3 or 4 times to get the content.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of people doing that. So because
Okay.
it helps your plays. So let me look and see what her plays are. I mean, she doesn't have that many considering how many followers she has. Like, look at 5,000. I mean, I hate to say that because we would all
Oh my
love
gosh, I would be stoked. I have like 7.
Well, you're going to get there. But like, look, she's got some with 90,000. So then what I always tell people is like success leaves clues, as we know. So go back and find, like, use this exact same copy that she used here on this 90,000. Use the same sound, use the same video, or maybe change the video in the background. But because people won't notice if you change the video, but you have, if you know that copy resonated with people, change the video. Look at it's like 3 or 4, 3 rows down. People won't necessarily know. Like this one is 36,000. She can go and recreate this one in today's reel and see how it performs. It's so far down there. A lot of people aren't going to recognize it. You know?
Yep.
No.
It's awesome. Wow.
Okay. I don't want to overwhelm you, but tell me how we're doing. Does this all
So
make
super
sense?
helpful.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Barb, you
That's
learned a
great.
few things too?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
That's why I wanted to jump on, because I know you know a lot. And I learned a little bit by, I think I told you with, Fraser Brooks and Jesse Lee Ward.
Yes.
But yeah.
They're so wise, you know, obviously. One of the things I will suggest, and this is, I see people doing this where they go, hi, like, and let me show you my So I want to show you my friend Angela. She's the girl who I bought this from. She was my coach. Well, she's still, we don't really coach together. Let me show you what she does. So one of the things you don't want to do is you don't want to say, hi, I'm Franny, and I'm excited you're here today. Or whatever. Like you only have 3 seconds, right? So use your hook, and I'm going to show you where she does it, like how in here. So use your hook, be like, again, are you sick and tired of not getting paid what you're worth? Hi, I'm Franny, and that was exactly how I felt. I was not, I was working a 9 to 5. I was getting paid $17 an hour, blah, blah, blah. Use your hook just as if you are, don't say hi, even if it's in your stories, just be like, just dive right in, right? Because you wouldn't like, no offense, but if I was talking to Jess, I wouldn't come up and be like, hey, Jess, it's Franny. I'd be like, hey, girl, like, let me tell you what I'm doing, making some money, right? Or whatever, so you kind of want to like just dive right in and then introduce yourself because not everyone's going to know you. Let me see if I can find my screen mirroring here for a second.
But do you know what, Franny?
What?
Because I started watching, you've seen Tony Hobbs in our community.
I haven't, no.
He's like making a lot of money a month. And he gets on there every day on his reels. Now this is on TikTok, but he goes, hey, this is Tony from Indiana, so I started doing that, but I guess I'll stop.
Well, I would just suggest doing it like wait a few seconds. I don't know if you guys are gonna actually be able to hear
No,
her.
I don't use it for my books.
I would just, I would just kind of, if you're in your stories, be like, whatever you're going to use, 3 secrets to, or, imagine if you had a 5-step blueprint, that was able to help you earn some time flexibility and financial freedom. Hi, I'm Barb. And that was what intrigued me. And I decided to jump all
Right.
in.
Yeah,
That's what
okay.
I would do.
Okay. Yeah,
So
okay, you're right.
on the page that you're on right now, you see how some of it is like frosted out and like see where it says scroll down
Barb,
a little bit.
yep. Barb knows how to do it. I can show you
Yeah,
right
how do
now.
we do that? Okay, good.
Okay. So this is like, hers is very branded. She does a lot with her branding, right?
Mhm.
So she also she's really funny. Hey mamas, I just want to let you know, I see you. I know exactly those emotions. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but she's
Mhm.
calling out who she's talking to. Some of your kids might be heading to college, even in real life. And then she goes and says, she then says, hi, I'm Angela and blah, blah, blah. She then explains like who she is. Okay. So let me see.
But that's more than 5 seconds.
Yeah. Hers, she does a lot of talking on hers. Does a
Okay.
lot of talking.
Okay.
But anyways,
All right.
but like then this one's like a 3 or 4 second one. Hey, midlifers, are you living the life you want? You can too. This is like a 5-second one, but she's
Yep.
calling
See,
out
stuff
humans
like that's
very
awesome.
specific. Yeah. So Barb, this is
Okay.
going to be a repeat for you, but maybe for the people, because I didn't record the last one. Okay. So Jess, so you're going to go up here on your main page, your profile page, to where it says story. Okay.
Mhm.
Then you're going to go and click on the little top button where it has a little plus sign by your profile name, profile
Okay.
picture. Okay.
Yep.
So I took this picture today. I take a picture every time I get my hair done. Like today, I knew I was meeting with you guys. I take a picture. Even if I don't use it today for the next month, I take a picture.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm going to click here. I want to show you how I'm doing this. So I click on these little 3 buttons in the top right-hand corner. And I click
Yep.
where it says draw. Are you doing this along with me or no?
No, I'm watching.
Okay. Then I click on that middle. It's the 3rd one in. It looks like a little
Yep.
highlighter. Okay. Then I click
Yep.
on the little white circle at the bottom. You can change whatever color you want, but white always seems like the best for me. Angela picks like this brown sepia color. One of these are here. I just want to do pink or white. Okay. So then I hold, again, this is selected. I've selected my little white and I simply hold my finger down and that's it.
Okay.
And then I click
So
on,
it does like a wash.
yep. And then I
Yep.
can move it, I can do what I want with it. Now, then what I do is I just save these. I don't put any words on it here because I want to use
Yep.
it on rinse and repeat. So I just simply
Right.
click on this little down arrow button here and I
Yep.
click on save. And then it goes
Got
straight
it.
to my camera roll.
Got it.
Oh, there it was. So
Yep.
then when I'm ready to type on it, then I'm like, hey girls. Oh, well, I can do that.
Hey, yikes.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I can go from there. I can edit and do all the things I want to do,
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So that's how and then what she does is that last part where I showed you guys where it said select cover photo. She then
Yes, I was just gonna say.
uploads hers. She uploads those.
Cool. 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 Awesome.
Yeah. So that's if you want yours to look really, really branded. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Awesome.
Well, I hope that gave you a little like kind of crash course, 30,000 foot view and kind of gives you a little bit of
No,
motivation.
it's great.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm going to go, I'm going
Thanks,
to
girlfriend.
post. Yeah, you got it. And I'll share this video with our group. And then I will also, maybe I'll just put out there and just say, hey, put this on my YouTube channel. If you want to learn how to do some reels, there you go. Okay.
Yes. And then we'll all be famous.
Yep. Yeah. All right, girl. Happy Friday.
Okay.
Bye, Barb.
Thanks.
If
You
you
too.
can't hear us, I don't think Barb can hear us. Talk to you soon. Bye, sweetheart.
Okay. All right. Thanks.